Welcome to the Creators of the Future workshop, and we are on week 42. And for those of you who know me very well, who've been following the videos, you know my spiel. I'm going to say welcome to week 42, and now we are in the middle of March, and soon March is going to be gone by, and soon 2018 will come. And what have you done with your goals? Well, I want to take that thought and put it into week 42, because here is what I'm going to tell you. Look, we're already into the quarter of the year. It's gone by. Soon the year will be gone by. Soon your life will be gone by. Everything is going to come to an end. It's not just that your goals have a deadline, that your dreams have a deadline. Even your life has an end line. That day, what about your goals? What would be the value of the effort that you are putting in today? What would be the sum total of the sacrifices that you have put, of that one track focus that you have kept, that the life that you have put on hold and put your heart and soul into your dreams, into your craft? What about that when you are gone? And with that thought, I want to lay a foundation to your goals for the rest of your life and the lifetimes to come, even if you are not there. I want you to think from that angle, because, oh dear one, it doesn't matter how old you are, where you are, what you live, how much money you have, how much you struggle, how much you don't struggle. End of the day, you and I are going to leave these bodies and perhaps be in the race to get another one. What about our goals and dreams that day? So with that in mind, I want you to think like this. See, I have, by the way, I want to tell you this. I was working so hard. You know, I lost track of the days. I lost track of the dates. And then today I arrived in Goa. I have a conference tomorrow. And my editor called me and said, "Ma'am, have you left the video for me to edit?" And I said, "What video?" So he said, "You know, the Creators of the Future workshop." I said, "Oh Lord, I didn't even shoot it. And now I'm here in Goa. I do not have a camera. I don't have anything. So I'm using my Samsung, the 7 Edge. I don't know which phone this is, but it's a really good phone. So I'm shooting it with the camera of the... So anyways, I was telling you that to build a foundation such that even your absence cannot shake it after you are gone. And by gone, you know what I'm saying. Because you see, once you're gone, what about the money that you made? I mean, it's going to be spent like this. How do you know what your kids, your grandkids, your wife, your husband, your in-laws, whoever inherits it, how do you know, and what do you care that they're going to do with it? It could be gone like that on things that you would think, now इससे अच्छा तो मैंने ही जी लिया होता, इससे अच्छा तो मैंने ही खा लिया होता. You know, you don't know what's going to happen with the business empire that you build. You don't know if it's even going to exist, whether the people who inherit it are going to bring it down, whether it's going to come down itself. You do not know what's going to happen, and in the end, what will stay? Can you guarantee that the money will stay, that the business will stay, that the income flow will stay? No. But the one thing that I want you to consider is, what is that guaranteed immortal gift that you're going to leave behind? Is who you are, what you stand for, and what you created by virtue of your own beingness, which you have so beautifully defined in the previous weeks. So I wrote this down because I don't even have a board here, you know. So let's say, allow me to fold this. So this is you. I don't know if you can see it, but this is you. All right, and you have redefined yourself. Let's say, for example, for instance, I have written here that you are kind, you're giving, you're generous, you're honest, okay? And the lovely things that you have written about yourself. And let's say about work, you stand for excellence, you stand for quality, you stand for speed, and you have a vision with your goal. It's not just mindless, I want to be a runner, or I want to be an artist, or I want to be a motivational speaker. There's a higher vision to it. There's a higher purpose which you have so beautifully defined. Now this is what will stay as an example, because that is what you can leave behind. You know, I write biographies of such amazing people, and this is the first thing the families tell me. They say that, you know, and even the promoter, whoever wants the biography written, tells me, they say that, look, I'll be gone. I don't know what's going to happen to my business, and I don't care. But one thing I know, that if this is what people continue continue to hold, to stand for, and to build on, then whether it's my business or their business, whatever they do, I know I would have left a legacy of goodness behind. It's not about how much money was invested and so on. And if you read the biographies that I have written on Sri O.P. Munjal, who's the late Sri O.P. Munjal. I always speak about him as if he's still there. It takes me always a second time to say late Sri O.P. Munjal. You know, if you see the legacy that he has built and the biography that I have written about, if you read the biography of Sri Shubhashish Chakrabarti, who is the founder of DTDC, and the others that I am writing, I've not written anything about the business. I have not written about how they built the business. I have written about how they built the business on their character. That is the highlight. Otherwise, it's a management book. You know, even if you take their strategies and you apply it at your business, it may or may not work. But if you take their character, imbibe it, no matter what you do, you're going to be a hero at that, no matter what. So when this is sorted, I want you to take this and lay a foundation of it with your family. So I made these little figures here. You know, let's say for instance that you have to pardon me for this. Let's say for instance, if you're kind, if you're giving, if you're generous, if you're honest, then does your family also stand for that? Do your children also stand for that? You see, that is a true legacy. To be that example, to give those lessons, to give those anecdotes, to ensure that these kids are totally tuned into who you are, that your wife is a witness to your personality, that after you are gone, she knows for sure the kind of human being that she had in her life, and that becomes the highlight. Do your parents vouch for this? Can they be a testimonial of who you are? See, if these people are not standing testimony to who you are, something is wrong, my dear. You know, I do not believe success as the amount of money that you made. If your child is suffering, if your wife has divorced you, if your parents are unhappy, what is the use of that? We're talking about a foundation so solid. And look, you have just about embarked. Sure, we are into the first quarter, we are into March, but still it's the beginning. Some of you are just getting your bearing. Some of you are just stepping out of your shell. Some of you are just getting onto the platform. I would still call it as a beginning stage. And this is where you lay the foundation so solid. See, you're going to rise very high, but you can only build the foundation once. You can't go here, you know, gather all the success, make all the money, and then come and talk to your kids. It's not going to work. They're not going to talk to you. You have the time now to build the foundation, and that's what I'm urging you to do. Take yourself and make these people beneficiaries. They should stand for that, and that is true success. Not only that, your friends should stand for it as well. If you're a kind, giving, honest, generous person, and these are just a little few qualities I've written because I had only so much space, do your friends also stand for it? Or is it that your friends are the kinds who will cut people out, who are not giving people, who are not generous, who are dishonest? Then what are they doing in your company? Because you see, if you don't stand for that, then you have no business being there. A lot of times we say, okay, I don't want to be judgmental. I'm not asking you to be judgmental, but I'm saying company matters. If I hang out with you, I will be impacted by you, and you will be impacted by me today or tomorrow. And my character is going to seep into your decisions, and your character is going to seep into my decisions, and somewhere or the other, our destinies will level up. You know, they say birds of a feather flock together. You have different species coming in. The eagle will not fly so high, and the duck will learn to fly a bit. Okay, that's not what you want. These friends should stand for who you are. If they don't, get new friends. Get friends who stand for who you are. I should be able to look at your friend, talk to him for half an hour, and make a whole character sketch of you, because actually that's what happens in real life. Okay, if you do not keep this foundation solid, today or tomorrow you are going to fall, my dear. And the higher you rise, the greater the fall. I will tell you that, because this is what is going to bring you down. Because one day you will be sitting on the 10th story of the building, and your son will be out of your control. Your friends will be the ones who will backstab you, perhaps because you missed the signs that he is not honest. It is the time now to redefine this segment of your life, that you ensure what you stand for, and that you transfer that and inject that energy to them. And if they don't stand for it, turn them around, or best, find new friends. Now, not only stopping there, the peers, the people that you work with, do they stand for what you stand for? Is there any common ground between you and them? See, if you're doing a job, then of course you do not have control, but you do have control in your choice of people you choose to hang out with. Let's say you and I are not on the same page. I will still work with you because we are bound by that contract, but I'm not going to allow you in my space. I'm not going to hang out with you. I'm not going to say, come hop into my car, I'm going there. I'm not going to hop into your car. When it comes to work, I will just work with you on that one line of agreement, that is, here is the deadline, here is the excellence. But beyond that, no. Now, if you're a business owner, if you're an artist and you're looking at collaborations, choose your peers wisely. Who do you stand, who are you? What do you stand for? Choose people like that. Now, imagine if you stand for quality, and I wrote this word here, imagine the guy you select, he stands for this jugaad system. You stand for excellence, and he's thinking, okay, ab kaise bhi karke sab bana ke kaise present kare client ko. You don't stand for that. Don't stand for it. Don't take this guy on. And the minute you spot it, say, thank you very much. This is who I am. And if you are like that, if this is also what defines you, motivates you, then we work together. Otherwise, there are plenty of other organizations where you will find this kind of attitude working. Don't take that. Your vision could be to make a positive difference in the world. You're working probably 16 hours a day, putting things together because you're driven by a vision and a purpose. You're perhaps pumping in more money than needed. You're perhaps, making sacrifices which otherwise you would not have, and you hired somebody or you've collaborated with someone who's not as serious. Let's say that girl's only vision is कि मुझे बस एक साल काम करना है, उसके बाद मेरी शादी हो जाएगी, and I don't really care where this is going to go. Hey, hello. If that is the kind of person who's on board with you, you will suffer so much that you yourself will begin to change in this business of success. This was a few years earlier. I had a huge team. I had 11 people, okay? But not everyone of us were on the same page. Was everyone kind? Was everyone giving? Was everyone generous? No, there was a whole dynamic working. And I will tell you, if you have people like that with you who are causing confusion and chaos and who are not on this page, look, you're right in the beginning. You can make these choices. You can make these turns. You can call the shots because you're in the beginning. You pass the stage now, you build one more story, one more story, one more story. You can no longer change the foundation. Then you have to drop the whole building, destroy the whole business, and come to zero and start afresh with that foundation. Look what's happening to so many people. Make those choices now. So I made those mistakes. I was running my organization. We had expanded and we had so many people, but we were not on the same page. We had these conflicts. And it's so easy to say and justify, not everybody will be like me. Heck, you need people like you. Why else be a business owner then? Why else be an artist? Okay, so we had 11 of us and we were doing miserable. I was stressed out. Imagine motivational speaker stressed out. And then I said, I do not stand for this anymore. I never stood for it anyways, but it had reached, it had crossed that level of tolerance. And I said, I don't stand for this anymore, and I fired 7 of them. Okay, that is more than half of my organization gone. Already a small company, 11 people, fired 7 of them. There were 4 of us left. But 4 of us were like each other. We were clones of each other. You would speak to, let's say, Priyanka, and she stands for exactly this. You speak to Mahavir, he stands for exactly this. You speak to Sudhir, he stands for this. It's almost as if like-minded, kindred souls came together. We added on to each other and formed this beautiful relationship at work. 4 of us, I'm not saying these people, they were not there then. 4 of us were left. but great people, all right? And 4 of us in the next 3 months turned the organization around, where we did 2 years of business in 3 months. We were 11 of us and we were suffering. They were not needed. See, it's not the quantity. Don't be afraid that, oh my God, I'll be left alone if I, do changes in my life. If I get rid of 5 friends or spend less time with them, I'll be left alone. You alone are better. You alone will do more work, will go faster forward than with the 10 people who are keeping you behind. Because you see, with those 11 people, of course, I stand for quality and speed and excellence. But उधर ध्यान इतना लगा था, I was so stressed out that my own quality and excellence was going down because I was spending my time firefighting with these guys. You have so many examples of these from your own life. Don't stand for it. You are at the foundation. Build it right. That who you are should reflect in your family. I should be able to come to your house and say, this is Preet's house. I know his son. I know his wife. This is Harisha's house. This is Parvati's house. That is what you stand for, and it shows. I come to your organization, and one day you're going to have it, and soon I'm going to ensure that I say, oh, you work with Rahul, you work with Himanshu, you work with Harisha, and there is a similarity, there is a commonality, that the names are different but the character is the same. The names are different but the vision is the same. The names are different but the vibe, the values are the same, and that is the foundation of a legacy. You don't believe me? Pick up the biographies that I have written and read about it. What are you getting so inspired by? That the man is worth 25,000 crores? That is not inspirational. What will be inspirational to you is his character, is how he made his family, on how every single employee of Hero who knew him then also stands for him. O.P. Munjal is still alive today. I cannot think that he's gone because everyone you meet reflects that. That Shubhashish Chakrabarti is multiplied into so many people, and that is how the organization is growing, and that is how the organization will last the test of time. Maybe these companies won't be in the future, who's to tell? But each and every person who is a part of that is going to build such amazing stuff, starting from the source, Sri O.P. Munjal, starting from the source, Shubhashish Chakrabarti, starting from the source, you, that is what you did. Now you got to protect that self, and you need to build an expanse of who you are in such a solid foundation that your children will carry the legacy of your goodness forward. Because where else will they learn? Because my dear, if you don't do that with your family today, someone else is going to influence them. They're going to take somebody else's legacy forward as a character. Make it yours. Do not allow the media to build a legacy with your family. Don't allow other people who you are staying away from to build a legacy for your family. Build it with your own goodness and what you stand for, and expand the same thing into your peer group, into your organization. It's not just about your work, it's about what you stand for. And even if those people go away before time, they will carry you forward. That one day people will see your name in his work. They will see your attitude, your excellence in his work, in his future. And that is the foundation week 42 stands for. So come on, tell me in the comment section, what changes are you going to make so that who you are is injected into your family? You want to be a motivational speaker? Motivate your parents, motivate your family, motivate your wife, motivate your children. Make them the most enthusiastic, driven, passionate, fire in the belly kind of people, that they should stand for what you do. You're an artist, make portraits of your mom and dad, and let them be your biggest endorsers. You're a runner, come on, inject good health into your family, that they become beneficiaries of who you are and they stand for what you stand for. Why do you want to build your health alone? Help them as well. And whoever you are surrounded by at work, make them, convert them into your goodness, into your purpose, into your vision, into your spirit, and that definition that you had put in yourself. And don't stand for less. You stand for less, you will come down lesser. You stand for less, you will come down lesser. And even though you may make it to the top, your foundation will be so weak that you yourself will shake yourself down. So I hope this helps. I don't know what exercise in a concrete way to give you, but you get the gist. It would be nice to write your feelings, to write what you will do, to write the changes that you will make, to write the steps that you will take forward. I'm not going to give you assignments every single time, but I'm assuming that you will find an application of it and tell us all about it. So I want to tell you that this program is such an amazing thing I am doing for myself, because week by week, my foundation, my purpose, my energy, my vision is becoming so solid that there is nobody who can stop me from achieving where I am going. And I know I have you guys. It's like, a whole force, a whole army of goodness, a whole army of passion that is marching forward to conquer, to prevail, to be immortal in the values that will run this world. And maybe when you come back, you'll be a beneficiary of it too. Maybe when I come back, I'll say, hey, that's a great book. I'm so inspired. Priya Kumar was a great writer. Who knows? Who knows who knows you are already back as one of those great people that you lived, and you're like, wow, that guy was so great. Little did you know, perhaps you were him. Who knows? But come on, build that legacy and that foundation. The money, the business is all going to be left behind, and you would have no control to its future and to its destiny. But what will stay is who you are, the example you set, and what you stand for. Make that solid and instill that in your environment. Otherwise, Lord knows what is going to come into your space. And I will be there again on week 41 with another message. Please stay connected, and I love what you guys are doing. I'm sometimes the last person on the bus, and you guys have already commented, already helped each other, and I'm like, मेरी तो ज़रूरत नहीं है. I would like it one day जहाँ मेरी ज़रूरत ना पड़े, where one of you would take over the program and say, okay, Priya, I have some ideas. Let me put this forward. I actually wait for that. If you have some ideas for the next week, please tell me. We could do this together. Who says I have to do this alone? Creators of the Future workshop is ours. So anyways, I wish you luck, and I wish you lots of focus and passion, and I am wishing and hoping that the foundation you will build is going to last generations, that my family, my future family, will be a beneficiary of who you are. Thank you very, very much.